Okay. Yeah, hello everybody. It's Friday. We're doing Slay the Spire tonight. And I've restocked. That is to say, I went through the list of extant mods, downloaded some new ones, went through the list of mods I had downloaded, re-added some of them. And now we've got, you know, so the ones we've had sitting here for a while, but then we have a couple that we just never played, that were like sitting around. We never actually played the Devil May Cry one. We had this Frost Priest we didn't ever play. GR18 is a newer one. Grim is a newer one.
Rules are made to be broken.
There's a whole set of League of Legends ones.
Or people.
Jinx here has a gremlin horn, which is pretty funny. We have, I don't know, Bot and Kaidos. Luminous.
Destiny, domination, deceit.
Maybe you just want to play as Mordekaiser today. That'd be fun. We've had this one sitting around. I think this is another one that just breaks if you replace your starting relic.
Anyone wants a piece of me? Line form's right here.
I don't know who you are. Are you like the world's worst Graha? What's going on here? You got a Death Knight. The Ephemeral. Okay, now we're looking like Slay the Spire mods. Fireblade, we have this one sitting around. So this one's farming? Or you get to farm the Spire? Honestly, I'd run this one night if it wasn't an unlocked class. I'll have to remember to set that one up for... We never did the hayseed, you can see, because it's at 0300. If we ever did it, it wouldn't be at 0300, it'd have points on it. I think we had it appear in a Snecko pile. The Jester, who I believe is another Darkest Dungeon, just from the art style. But we're still looking. Juggling. Paladin's been around. Shadowverse has been around. Shapeshifter. This one's been sitting in our pile for a while. Do we do Spell Scribe? We might have done Spell Scribe. It doesn't sound... Maybe. It's hard to remember. I got rid of a couple that we did. And then got added a couple more that we didn't. Because, like, I added the Judge, then realized that we tried the Judge at one point. This is 100% orange juice, which I think is, a board game. I don't know anything about it, other than I'm accelerating. And then we got Traveler. We got Magica, which this one should probably just, like, crash on load if I know anything about Magica. This one likely won't work. Or will cause problems.
This'll be a slaughter.
Hey, Tryndamere. 82 health on Tryndamere.
Join the glorious evolution.
Hey, Victor.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
And Yasuo. Okay. So, we have 6 League of Legends characters. They're all from the same mod. I think that might be one worth checking out. I'm not sure how unique they all are. At Yasuo at 60 starting. I'm familiar with 5 of the 6 of them. Yasuo's from outside my...
Always by my side.
Yasuo's from outside my time playing League of Legends, but Yasuo is a powerful card in Runeterra, so I know Yasuo.
Join the glorious evolution.
Victor's from near the back of playing, but also Victor's in Arcane, which is like the best thing that's ever been put out in the League of Legends bit. Think you're joking about trying the Magica? I am joking. The joke is that Magica doesn't launch. The game Magica, we tried to launch it to play some multiplayer a while back when we were doing co-op Shootspin streams. And we spent like hours trying to get the damn thing to work. It's impossible. That game does not function on modern systems. So I assume the mod is the same.
This'll be a slaughter.
Tryndamere might be like the oldest champion in the entire universe. Same with Mordekaiser.
Destiny, domination.
And I don't know who,
Wants a piece of me. Line forms
I don't know who Discount Catboy is.
Destiny, domination, deceit.
Well, I think it'd be fun to see what a Mordekaiser looks like. I want to see if this mod is like real or what's going on with it, because it has 6 characters, kind of like the Shadowverse one. So you can. It has Jinx as well. We saw Jinx earlier. Jinx and Victor are a pair that you would know from Arcane. Jinx more than any other, unless you were like really into Jace, which I also understand. Again, very good show. If you did not see that, it's the only League of Legends thing I can recommend. Alright, let's see how Mordekaiser works. Alright, other thing about today. One thing we might have today, just as a note, I have not tested having all 30 of these mods active, so we are highly likely to see some leaking. You know how it be. Alright, what do we got? Convert 1/3 your damage done into a shield with indestructible. Okay. Decay is by. Oh my god. Okay, so you get. I'm sorry. Right. Right. I forgot Mordekaiser is dumb as hell, and this is like a. Yeah. So. All right. Cool. So we get blocked from attacking, and also it doesn't go away. Is what that reads as. Oh, 9 cards starting death too. Alright, so we got 3 auto attacks, 4 cloth armors, which are our strikes and defense. At the start of your next turn, deal 4 damage to all enemies, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies, 5% AP. Oh boy, alright, this thing scales with AP, huh? Ooh, it's death's, okay. Oh boy, fun to see AP scaling. And obliterate. Obliterate is, deal 7 damage to all enemies. If there are only 1 enemy present, deal double damage. 15% AP. And this is deal 20 to a single enemy. Alright. Yeah. Alright. So we got some really good, like, stuff there. Choose a card to obtain. That is a pretty faithful rendition of that ability. Especially because, like, you think about it. You hit this button, and you deal 7 damage to all enemies. And then you gain 1 million shield. And then no one can kill you. It's Mordekaiser. If anyone's ever fought Mordekaiser, you lose. It's great. Just choose a card to obtain. Exhaust. Are these cards generic? Huh. Because these are items and the summoner abilities. I wonder, huh. Now I'm interested at like what Jinx or Tryndamere looks like. Blade of the Rune King is 2 strikes plus heal 4. Okay with it. Alright, let's find a line. Mordekaiser. This line is a little better. No. This line is just fine. I'm gonna ignore the shop this early. The shop, I think, will be what tells us. Exhaust doesn't have exhaust, 0 out of 10. Exhaust standing off weak, like, makes sense. Exhaust is a summoner spell, which is one of your two abilities you get to choose that are not affected by what champion you are. Exhaust is like target a champion, make them slow and blind, and like they kind of send like deal less damage for like 3 seconds. It's the like I'm 1v1ing you, I don't want you running away, and I don't want you beating me button. Usually your other button is flash. At least it was. What the hell? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get this every turn. I understand it now. Convert 1/3 of your damage done into a shield with indestructible. Yeah, these are all generic. Recall, this is just hitting the B button. Thorns. It's not a shield with indestructible, it's with the card named indestructible, convert your damage into a shield. Yeah. There's definitely a way that sentence can be read, indeed. I don't like any of these. This is just like caltrips. It's like fine, I suppose. Yeah, we can heal that off with a big potion. That's awkward with no shop up ahead. So we just always get indestructible. Oh, in this decays, I see. So basically we have a panic button. That doesn't apply the vuln until next turn either. Huh. Nashor's Tooth, deal 4x3, gain 5 ability power, 15 ability power. Gain 3 block, heal for 1. Yeah, okay. What a weird... Okay, so this is weird. We haven't seen a single Mordekaiser card yet. All these are generics. If ability power is anything like it is in League of Legends, it won't decay. My powers were matched. Alright. Kind of terrible force of nature, not gonna lie. Hey, bud. Tiny little buddy. Blade of the Rune King and our starting ones are like kind of the bigger ones I'm interested for. Yeah, this is just Shrug It Off. We'll go Blade of the Rune King, and then we'll go with the other upgrade on Obliterate. I think that's what it actually is. I think that's what it is. I think it's just one character with a bunch of different, like, lines. I want to see some cards that are character specific. You know? Okay, so I can hit indestructible for like 1,000,000 block on a turn.
Unbreakable.
Oh! Hey, what the hell? You were right. It actually does have the recast on it. Okay, so if I go... Remove all black, heal yourself for 20% of your...
Iron stands eternal.
Okay, whatever. Okay, it's only the... Okay, early Matryoshka. Tiamat. Nifty. This is very funny because Tiamat is a very expensive weapon that makes like AoE attacks, which I guess is the point, but these are all very low on my... Alright, we want to upgrade Obliterate then. It's easily our strongest card. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey! It's a leak. Alright, everybody. We got it. Sidrosa's skull. It's from the Death Knight. 1/3 of block gained on the first turn of combat is instead gained as plated armor. We knew we'd see this, so, you know. I'm gonna take Sapphire here. Let's get that out of the way. That means I kind of want to like have a big block upgrade because like this would gives me like 3 to 4 plated armor if I play that on my first turn. Yeah. The effect's wild. So it's on the first turn of combat. So it's not every turn. It's just the first turn, not like all of them. But yeah, I think I want Force of Nature upgraded at that then. Weird upgrade, but I think that's correct. Okay, so if I go Force of Nature, 8 and 3, yeah. Wait. Oh no, that's not the first. Oh. I did not understand I thought it was just the first card. Okay, never mind. Okay. I should have attacked instead and then killed. That would have been more efficient.
Shatter!
Nice full block. I'm glad I did Mordekaiser here, because I don't mind the bleeding, you know?
Unbreakable.
Because, like, we already have a fairly generic class, because, like, I feel like all the other League of Legends characters are just going to be this. So I don't feel too bad about, like, getting something like Cindergross's skull, like, changing the outcome, as it were. Boy howdy, I have healing that doesn't cost any time. Or, sorry, that doesn't exhaust. It's just healing. I don't know if this is still true in the year 2022, but every single item that ever had a lifesteal was busted in League of Legends, just as a...
Iron stands eternal.
Or spell steal. Then he spelled... They got rid of, like, every single spell. Oh boy. Hold on, okay. Okay. So this is, you hit your ult on somebody. The way this works for Mordekaiser, Mordekaiser's a character that has like a bunch of like damage into armor sort of bits. At least did. I think there's a Mordekaiser retune. I don't know anything about the retune. But the way his ult worked is that you would target somebody with it, and they would become like the hell target. And if they died within 12 seconds, like as long as they would have the little like whoa, ha, 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 over their head, you got like a you got them. It was great. Yeah, let's just upgrade that right now to be an 8. I am likely casting that on turn 1 at most. Now you don't get them as a ghost, but you put them in the Thunderdome. Oh, so like... Hey, Mike, yeah, we're lol. Which means I have to learn about, like, how they changed Mordekaiser into not giving you a ghost, but instead being Jarvanult? Jarvanult's Thunderdome. Like, if you ever want to jump in, you can jump on into the zone. I don't know if you're busy or not, but you go to the when you say you go into the Thunderdome, you actually go into the Shadow Realm. Like you have to 1v1 Mordekaiser for real. Good fucking luck. The list of characters who can 1v1 Mordekaiser. Alright, cool. It's kind of funky because I don't know how much I want this on turn 1. Still, let's take it.
Whoa.
Yo, we're Mordekaiser.
I like Mordekaiser.
So this mod comes with 6 different characters. It has Tryndamere, Jinx, Victor, Set. He looks like a shitty cat boy. I don't know.
Yeah. He's a fighter man.
And then the last one was who's the last? Yasuo.
Okay.
But the cards are all like
The cards.
well generic. So
Yeah.
like there's only a couple like specific ones to
Oh,
them.
I see.
So like obliterate here is like it gets AP bonus. If there's only one enemy, it deals double damage.
Awesome.
Any damage you deal goes into your darkness bit, which you can turn into a shield, which you can turn into health.
Okay, alright.
And then Death's Grasp is like a slow, like next turn it vulns them. So-
Okay. I'm liking it.
And then I just grabbed a Blade of the Rune King so I don't ever die.
Yeah, that thing, having heal for 6 on an attack seems...
In this game is like
Insane.
not normal.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, indestructible. I just get this every turn. This is like turn on your, you know.
Okay.
Alright, so we're just gonna go straight into Realm of Death.
Welcome to Oblivion.
It's a lot of buff.
Missing name. Okay, I need so I need to kill you. Oh, that's way worse. Within 2 turns.
Okay.
Uh,
But all the buffs went away. I thought you had 2 turns.
I thought I had 2 turns. That's way worse.
That's gonna be hard to keep if you have to do it on 1 turn and it costs 2 mana.
Unbreakable.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not convinced that card's any good. Alright, we're just gonna... Actually...
Shatter.
Then we can heal 6. Boots of Mobility. And some AP items.
I like getting damage and drawing.
Yeah.
Getting AP and...
We also...
I guess block is probably just better.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the block. Oh, alright. Okay, so I just kind of don't want to do that right away. Oh, so I have like a million mods on right now.
Okay. 36 mods,
Well,
okay.
a bunch of these are all different characters. Like, I do a different one each week.
Sure.
But I turned these all on just to show off these are the ones in the pocket. This one is from the Death Knight. This is not Mordekaiser's.
But, okay. Oh. That's solid.
So turn 1, we want to set up the big block, and then we get a bunch of blocking for free. Force nature.
Mordekaiser just becomes super indestructible.
Basically, I think I just need more ways to deal big damage right now. Because I feel pretty indestructible.
Shatter!
Randuin's Omen. Boots of Swift. So do all the boots draw? Is that what the boots do? And Thornmail.
I wonder if all of the boots, like, you know, draw and do other things, but that one doesn't just draw because all it does is move speed.
Yeah. Oh, cool. The Thorn. Oh, no, the Thornmail's just the one turn. Now let's
Unbreakable!
use our indestructible. And then you get this to remove all your block and heal yourself. I'm not familiar with the Mordekaiser rework, you know? That's...
I wonder, we need to get, like, do they have regular cards in here too, or is it just all...
This one's all the...
All new ones? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of want, like, Blockade or something here. Or not Blockade, well, what's the one that lets you keep all your block?
Yeah. Well, I have 10 AP.
So does the AP just stay for the whole combat?
Yeah, it doesn't go away, and it only applies to, like, my cards that are, like, actually...
Sure. I like the Obliterate.
That one deals some... Okay, Dorian's Ring. Needlessly Large Rod.
Like that it exhausts. AP attack. I wonder... I mean, I guess exhausting isn't the biggest of deals. It's like playing the other one, like, once it's leveled up, like, 5 times, so...
Yeah. Weird. I'd say I don't have enough cards that use AP for me to want this, but that's like, well, sure, I picked the AP attack, but then the AP attack is, like, worse than my auto attack.
Alright. I think you have to... I think at some point you're gonna want more AP. Like, I assume you get more cards eventually, right?
You know, it's like, we have to have some cards in here that are, like, just for us.
I wonder if it's just, like, the rares. You seem to need thorns.
Yeah.
Right now, at least.
Fighting the Hexaghost. Alright, so...
Carta's... I mean...
I'm gonna play it so I don't have to...
I mean, it gives you AP.
Temp AP, it goes away.
Does the AP go away, too?
Yeah. The only thing that sticks is the vulnerable.
I mean, you don't want to draw it ever again.
That's kind of the problem, is I basically never want to see this card. Okay, that gave me 4.
Yeah, that's something. You got 4 plated.
Okay. Alright, anyway, this is 7x6, because that's what turn 1 with this enemy looks like. That's just how it always is.
Within my grasp.
Now let's get the AP down.
Yep. And not die.
We can...
We can heal it all back.
We lose our plated, but that's fine. There's the... Dang it. So,
We wanted Bramble.
okay. 19 damage, double damage.
Alright. That's pretty good for 1 mana.
Alright. We found our damage. We just have to play Obliterate all the time. Oh, I mean, it's playing Mordekaiser. That's how you deal your damage.
Right.
Like that's just your cue, right? Like.
Yep.
Within my grasp.
Okay.
Spikey.
Yeah, we're getting all our damage from Spike.
Oh, more obliterate.
More obliterate. Yep.
Shatter.
Yeah, it's basically just we have to obliterate 5 times. Oh.
Yeah.
Then some more AP we slowly are building
Yeah.
up.
Always want more of that.
Feels like these late decks want to be as tiny as possible because you want to play with all your class cards. Yeah.
I'm hoping that we, like, at the end of this, we're gonna get more.
Yeah, hopefully the rares are like class cards.
And hopefully those actually work.
Yes.
Though, to be fair, in this fight, the card was gonna be bad no matter what.
Yeah, it's a boss fight. It still has the buff.
Yeah?
Oh, here we go. They're coming in for a ton of damage now. Yeah, let's just...
Get shield.
And then
You're gonna take more damage than us.
Yep. Crunch, 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 crunch. Cool. Oh, that's bad.
It's a lot of burn.
It's a lot of burn. Okay.
Within my grasp.
Obliterate. Solid.
Shatter. Unbreakable.
Okay.
Well, you're still full health, so you are indestructible.
Yeah. And then they're going to 5. Okay, we're doing Mordekaiser correctly. We just should be dealing more damage.
Yeah, I mean, this is what it feels like to fight a Mordekaiser.
Right, armor, and then more armor, and then more armor, and then...
You fight him for like 25 minutes, and he's full and you're dead.
Alright, here we go. Spirit Visage.
Harvest. Gain 30 AP. This...
It scales 60% on AP.
Oh, if it kills, you
If
get
it kills.
45 AP.
Yeah. And another realm that we're not taking another realm.
We're not taking more. I'm like not a huge. Like Dark Harvest is good, but we're mostly only gonna want that much damage when we're fighting bosses.
And we can't kill with that.
Yeah. Also, I think it's gonna be really hard to kill with 1 damage. I think it's Spirit Visage, but
Spirit Visage also feels kind of bad. I'm gonna pick it, but...
yeah, they all seemed kind of meh.
Alright, Collar House. Transform all strikes or defends, which may or may not function.
It could be fun.
That might be better than having just all these chunks.
Yeah. Well, you know, for science.
Okay, we got another Needle Seal Large. Sunfire.
Okay.
Lose 3 HP to deal 10 damage to all enemies. What?
I like it.
Delay damage, delay. Okay, we upgraded our strikes.
That's so
Those are-
much better of a strike.
Well, okay, so these were our strikes. This and a couple defense, and then we got some AP, some card draw, and Sunfire. Well, Sunfire wouldn't be Thorns. This is what Sunfire Cloak turned into, right?
I mean, the taking damage doesn't happen. I'm not
Yeah,
sure where
you
they're
just-
getting that from,
Yeah,
but I think
you-
that's probably just for game balance reasons. But
What does it upgrade to? I wanted it to upgrade to lose less. I mean, I guess the idea
you
is
heal a lot.
we heal a lot. Randuin's Omen. Okay, I think that was actually better on the full, but we're gonna want another like energy thing. But I guess we have this as a weighted energy too now.
Yeah.
Okay, this needs to get rid out of here. Remember when team had splash damage stacked with this? Okay,
Yeah.
so my favorite, I have to talk about my favorite wall bug I ever got to play with.
Okay.
There was a bug with there was an item that was like mana regen plus MR, and then like regain mana for each of your missing mana percent.
Oh, Chalice.
Yeah, Chalice. But that's a unique passive.
Right.
There was 1 week where it wasn't unique.
I think I remember that in the Cassidon.
Cassidon, that was Cassidon week. Where you would have 5 of those and like, I don't know, like a hat or whatever in your inventory, and you'd have 1 million MR, and you would just hit R and teleport. And the way Cassidon works is that every time you teleport, your teleport gains 100 in mana cost, but also gains that in damage. So it costs 1,000 mana and does like 1,000 damage on the jump. But because you have 1 million mana regen, you would just regen it all back, and you just jump on their head like jump, 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 and they die. It was very stupid. It was a very fun week.
I think my favorite bug was when you could cleanse the teleport debuff. So you just start teleporting, and then you just like cleanse or orange, and then just it would instantly teleport.
That week where like there's this poor Udyr in mid, 4 people appear just teleporting in on a ward.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
All right.
Within my grasp.
Probably am casting this.
Yeah, all right.
Cool.
That's a lot of plate.
Cool, I just blocked it all. Oh, I do end up with... Okay, no, I have... That was from the thing that gave me AP. Yeah, that was the demo. I think it was... Alright, we're gonna try and kill this one first, I guess, then. With all of our...
I guess Sunfire does damage.
Oh, here we go.
That also does damage.
Yeah.
Been mugged.
This is why I wanted to... So...
He would have died.
Alright, everybody takes the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's flat losing HP, so... Alright, we need to kill you this turn.
Literate.
Shatter.
And alright.
There we go.
Well, we had enough.
This is really good with our ult. The artifact blocks us losing the stats.
Oh, alright. I like it. The card's usable then.
We get to cleanse out of the loss.
Okay.
So...
Use it to play that first, I assume, right? Yeah.
Either way will work, actually.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we have $600.
That's a lot of money.
Oh. Hey, we got another leak. This one's from Jester. Whenever you become vuln, apply that much vuln to a random enemy. Whenever you become weak, apply that much weak to a random enemy.
Okay.
There's Flash.
Just gaining energy.
Nashor's Tooth.
Okay.
Black Cleaver.
Kinda-
Not a ton of super. These are really expensive.
Yeah. I kind of like the Nashers. Just because we need another AP use.
The problem is it exhausts.
That's true.
That kills it really hard.
Why does it exhaust?
Why does Flash give energy when there's a summoner spell that just gave mana? That was God, who used that? Nobody used that.
Yeah, that's why it's gone now.
Right. I'm literally like, what was the name of that? And brain's like, nobody ever used that button. Oh, you're right. It says gain 1 energy instead of the symbol. All right. Well, let's first things first. You.
Yeah.
Clarity. Thank you. Meh. Meh.
Yeah, I'm not like thrilled about any of this.
Oh, buy the mirror mask.
That's fine. We had a lot of money.
Hey, it's baseball. Okay, so we don't have it in our hand to be able to use the...
Yeah, but I mean, I guess Realm plus Obliterate's still a decent amount of damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess but then we couldn't lethal tempo.
I think we just play out the...
Shatter!
That's still big damage.
Still nice. Shatter.
Yeah. Sure. Randuin's doesn't work because it has artifacts. We have so much healing. That's very rare for a Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unbreakable!
Okay, we just need 20 damage. Crunch.
And dead. Okay.
We have 2 Doran shields.
Is that all our Dorans? I guess
Oh,
2 Dorans.
that's the joke is that they're in iron.
Oh,
Because they bought 6
I
Doran
like it.
blades. Sure, that's funny.
Within my grasp!
We're one armor short.
Oh well. Yeah, that full blocks.
Nice.
Someday we'll draw Quicksilver Sash with our opener.
That'd be sick, dude.
It'd be really good. There it is.
Aww.
Wow.
And dead.
One.
Oh wait, we didn't play Sunfire. One damage.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Our deck might need some more attack. Ooh, oh shit. Hmm. With more force in nature so we can draw into the one we have rather than add the next one.
Yeah, alright.
Give me the gold.
Didn't even notice.
Oh, they're tiny. Alright.
Nice.
Oh.
I really wish we had gotten Sunfire on turn one here, but
You have 4 obliterate. One.
Shatter!
Oh, yes, good. We get the weak.
nice.
Okay, so Dorian Shield is free. Okay.
Well, he blocked most of it.
Okay.
Definitely want Sunfire out here.
Unbreakable.
And Thorns.
Crunch. 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 Okay, Sunfire takes care of it. Oh,
Nice.
alright.
I like a pair.
There's exhaust.
Kinda just want the attack. Though it costs 2.
Put more Dorian shields. I think you're probably right and I'm making a mistake, but... Oh, I guess we can upgrade the cape.
Yeah, like I think Sunfire is going to be most of our damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2-cost cards really just all seem really meh.
Okay, we might want a Tiamat.
1 mana 8 to everything sounds solid to
Compared to
me.
what we've been seeing. Oh, this is just.
I mean, I also like that. I mean, we can afford both.
Void Staff is finally something for AP, but it's another 2 cost. We're definitely buying Tiamat.
Yeah.
Anything we randomly got into that we don't want? Boots. Boots are like fine. I'd say Bird Urn, but like we already heal a bunch, so I'm not like super worried about that. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Think of a card we don't want that's always in our opener. Hey, yeah. Sooner or later it's gonna be really cool and it'll work.
It's gonna be sick.
Welcome to Oblivion. Shatter!
Okay.
I love the little googly eyes.
Yeah. We killed it in the 2 turns, so we got the stats.
Hey, wait. Even so, it does work.
We have to kill it within 2 turns to get the stats. So it takes forever, but it does work. We just have to kill it. It feels like 2 turns is way too, like, little, you know?
Yeah.
It should be way more than that. Perfect.
I think it's funny that all the summoner spells like exhaust.
Except exhaust. Exhaust doesn't exhaust.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Oh, wait a minute. Shield, Doran shield, Doran shield. My perfect build! I'm unkillable! And then I can eat this
Iron stands eternal.
and heal a little bit. Ooh.
After the battle,
Sorry, I gotta take an attack.
definitely need an attack.
More repeatable healing. Yeah, it's perfect. Oop. There's little friends. No attacks, huh?
We don't need them. It's fine.
I'm just not gonna play it. Yeah, I mean that is the point. Like Doran's blade did give small life steal, and Doran's ring, you know, they had like health regen on them in different ways.
Within my grasp. Shatter.
There we go. All right, then we're gonna take one crunch.
Bonk.
Very glad the Sunfire will kill you.
Yeah? Otherwise, we'd be taking big damage. We need to get more Sunfires. Wait, we can be like the old Twitch build and just stack Sunfire.
Look, when Sunfire wasn't unique, it was one of my favorite items in the world.
It's so good.
Like, okay, here's my Garen build. Sunfire, or sorry, Boots of Speed. Or Ninja Topping. It does, actually, there's a bunch of boots.
Boots.
Sunfire, 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 Sunfire. Warmogs. Spirit Visage, and... I'm doing the Spirit Visage because it gives us the health to combat the Sunfire.
Yeah.
Oh, Obliterate.
Obliterate. And Sunfire.
They made Sunfire into one of the super unique. What is super unique?
Oh yeah, it's a mythic. They have mythic items now.
Oh. We're finally doing it.
You can only have one mythic item.
Okay. So they're like super cool and you have to...
I think actually next season though, they're making Sunfire not mythic anymore. But it'll still have a unique passive.
Fair. Oh! We doubled up.
Hell yeah.
If we use the artifact to block, we get the second half anyway.
Ah.
How many Doran's blades can we play with? Our build's very good. I just bought 5 Doran's blades and boots.
Soul relics.
So I can get rid of the feather. That's the one that heals us when we enter a rest site, or I can get rid of the insect, which lowers the health of elites.
Do we care about healing?
Not really. Like, not at all, actually.
Like, actually, 0%.
Well, let me
do we
think
care?
on that one, actually. No. Okay, sure, whatever. So we need to kill you. Okay. So now we've got Tiamat. And then indestructible. And that blocks the 19.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. More vuln. Well. Caw-caw! We got 1 strength.
1?
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be. Hello.
Shatter!
And then just become indestructible.
We're always indestructible.
It's Mordekaiser. Come on.
Indestructible.
Alright. Good. Another blade, like just for more attacks.
Yeah. I think we just kind of need it.
We definitely need to take a thing here that gives us another energy.
To use all of our two energy things.
So we can use more than one of them a turn. Alright.
Oh, we didn't get it.
Well. Let's just set up the move.
Alright,
Just-
he's on like a 15 turn clock now.
I wanted the minions are the main reason.
Yeah.
Alright, we can play everything.
Shatter!
Okay. So now this will die on the next hit, and yeah.
Yeah. Bonk.
So now we can just focus the collector. And still heal a billion. Okay. Oh! I guess good timing.
Alright.
So yeah, this is the turn where we're gonna take a bunch of debuffs, but we can just block them.
Right.
Sunfire Dorans. Yeah, that's how you win.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, cool. We blocked all of them with the. Oh, it's still reflected. Okay. Let's do the large rod first. Draw next.
Shatter!
44 damage from Obliterate.
We're finally starting to do things.
Yeah. I think it's working, finally.
Dorans! Oh, then they cost 0.
It healed us back up.
Dude, we were really hurting.
Yeah, I know we were at like 7 damage.
Alright.
Oh no, we're taking a hit. If we could copy in a card in our deck, we would copy Obliterate 20 times. Like,
Yeah. Hey, empowered Obliterate.
If we could copy in a card in our deck, it would be Obliterate. So,
Yeah. I like it.
so this gives us our 4th energy, but we can't see what the enemy's doing.
Yeah. I think that might be. I think it's too late for the Black Star.
Yeah, there are times where I'm fine getting Black Star here. Usually I'm really into it, but I really want that 4th energy so bad.
Right.
We have so many 2-cost cards, and we just need to be able to play them. Oh, good, it's just that one's easy. 3 elites?
Then I'm taking the Black Star.
Ah! Alternate line would be like 1 elite to get the shop. Nah, let's just.
All right. Well, I think I have to get off though.
All right. Well, thank you.
But this is great. I like this mod. I like it a lot.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see everybody later.
Yep, later, Mike.
Within my grasp.
Okay. So these are like bigger, they're just attacking. So these are like bigger birds.
Shatter.
And might as well spend that because we'll be able to kill next turn. Yeah.
Shatter.
Recall, Transvest, Exhaust. None of these are looking any good. Okay.
Welcome to Oblivion.
All right. We finally did the combo. Now we have 6 strength. When the combo works, it's like the end of the game.
Shatter.
We'll put some thorns on. That should help out.
Unbreakable.
Okay. Fine. Go to 1. Please attack me. Poke. Thornmail, Thorn, or Thorn... That's better.
Welcome to Oblivion.
Hey, transient. Is that the first time I've used smoke bomb on stream? I think I've used a big smoke bomb once.
Within my grasp.
Like there's a smoke bomb that's like big smoke bomb that like gives you rewards. I'm pretty sure we've done that one once. But yeah, you've got it. The card rewards just feel really poor, so I just don't care. Big Smoke does. Broken crown. I think I might be taking any damage on this turn. Yep, I was right. Alright, we might take 10 here? 20? Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean... I did say this is just the card I was going to copy because it's our only real attack, right? I think I want the Obliterate over Empower to Obliterate because Empower to Obliterate isn't upgraded. Yeah, normal obliterate does double damage if there's one enemy, so like 7 to 14, so it's the same, it just is a higher AP mod. And like as you've seen, like AP isn't like something we're super focused on, so. Two.
Within my grasp.
Okay, we're slowly getting there. End of the day, new stat gives up certain cards done with magic all the way back in Sailor Moon. Yeah, like, I mean, AP is like a really specific part of League of Legends too, is the thing, right? Like, that's a... So, I don't know. I'm not, like, I don't think I'm going to play all of the mods that are with this, by the way. Like, I don't think we're going to go through all 6 of them. It was Victor, Yasuo, Set, Jinx, and Tryndamere. I can just go look at the cards for each of them. That's probably a better.
Unbreakable.
I think that's how we'll do it. I'm really glad Mike got to jump in. Okay, and... oh boy. This fight could be pretty bad, by the way.
Within my grasp. Shatter.
Like, we don't know what we're fighting against. Oh, well. Yep. There it is.
Shatter. Shatter.
Oof! This fight's so bad with blind. Yeah, every single hit is just the worst. Oh shit. We're gonna die.
Unbreakable.
We have to assume every turn incoming is the big hit, because it is. I'm not sure if weak is the word for what we have. The problem is just like, I don't feel like I have identity. You know what I mean?
Welcome to oblivion.
And like the lack of identity just makes it feel shrug. We sure are healing up.
Shatter! Shatter!
We've healed up real big off of the problems we were on. Okay. Take an extra turn after this one. I'll play a card that says take an extra turn after this one.
Within my grasp.
Time walk, still time walk. Okay.
Shatter!
Alright, we're gonna take 8. Okay. I just need a little bit more, like, offense here to finish the turnout.
Unbreakable.
Sure. Alright. One moment, I'll be right back. Yep, still not interested. Alright. So next turn we're taking like 50 damage, because that's how this fight functions.
Shatter!
Okay, a little bit of damage, that's fine. Sunfire just doing its work. So no need to hit the front one.
Shatter! Within my grasp.
Okay, cool. AP payoff or a Sunfire plus. This is basically the AP payoff card, right?
Welcome to Oblivion. Shatter!
Alright, I gotta keep all my stats. Then we definitely want to spend the indestructible this turn because this is like 27 incoming. Oh no, they're... Oh. Oh.
Within my grasp. Shatter!
Missing name. There's the big one.
Shatter!
Ugh, I'm so close to lethal. Oh, okay. They want blood. Oddly smooth stone, that's nice. No thanks. Shit, no, no, no. Alright. We have a pen nib active. We get the kill next turn. How bad's the damage this turn? Okay. Literally vault. I will always play literally vault. That's fine. Oh god.
Unbreakable.
Yup. I knew it. There we go. Seeker's arm guards are fine. Okay.
Welcome to oblivion.
Alright, how bad? Is it like... oh, okay. Sure. Mild damage. Okay, 45's a possibility on this turn. Sure, some burns. Alright. We're active for damage. Let's see what it comes up as. Still active for damage. Okay. Gonna believe that this turn is a come in. Okay.
Shatter. Within my grasp.
Oh yeah, the burn takes it. Yeah, I think the thing that's kind of saddest about this class is how many cards are just cards from base sets. You know? Right, 2 of those cards were just silent cards. That's what I mean. I'll grade it obliterate since it's our main damage source.
Welcome to oblivion.
Okay. Everything that's not a mechanic we've been playing, like new mechanic, is just an old card. I guess I should have volned on you instead to get the...
Shatter! Shatter! Unbreakable!
Okay. See, the other thing is that it's not like we're, you know, seeing base cards as a bad thing. It's just that, like, they're so blank.
Shatter!
And, like, we're not playing... I don't feel like we're playing a new character. I feel like we're just playing our buddy here. Like,
Within my grasp!
like generic cards. Like, I want to be playing Mordekaiser. I don't want to be playing a bunch of items from League of Legends. Does that make sense? I'm sure y'all get what I mean.
Unbreakable!
Boy howdy, we sure do build up Darkness Rises like an infinite. I'm fine with base class cards if they, like, are towards the theme of what we're playing. These are just, again, like, generic.
Shatter! Unbreakable!
Alright, this is a big chunk. No, not that big. I have all the... I'm building up all the AP in the world now. I have 84 AP.
Shatter!
Our passive is nifty. I like it. It means that we never have to say we're sorry about playing offense.
Within my grasp!
Like, if I didn't want to, I like, literally could just ignore having much as far as defense in the deck, because I'll always have, like, this block left over. Even with all the AP in the world, Enhanced Obliterate is doing less damage than Basic Obliterate. That's because the scaling is actually worse for it. So if you read Obliterate, Obliterate has 20% scaling on the 10 damage, but it doubles. So this is actually 40%, whereas with Enhanced Obliterate, it's single target, but it's 40%, so it's 40%. So the cards are effectively exactly the same, with the exception of Strength working twice on Obliterate Normal, and we have a point of Strength. So Obliterate Normal is just worse. Or, sorry, Obliterate, no, I said it opposite. Obliterate Normal is stronger if we have Strength. Anyway, place your bets, everybody. Where do you think Mordekaiser / generic League of Legends character is going to land? The true depends on how rounding errors work. That's also rounding error in your favor, sort of thing. Here's the kind of tragedy of this. I thought the very glimpse into a mechanical identity for Mordekaiser seems really nifty. Like, just go super in on offense so heavy that you don't need to play defense. Your defense is self-generating. But you need to be able to snowball to that point, and it's hard to get there. And so you have support cards to get there. The cards that hand off Vul on the next turn. The like stat buff where you kill a little enemy and then get all these stats. And then, you know, and the energy actually does work. Like Flying Kick is a generic card, but it works well with the idea of like push forward, keep going. Anyway, it looks like bets are in. 793. Is that Captain Ultros? Looks like Captain Ultros on 777. I appreciate committing to the mid-blazing blade. I always assume that there's a 1312 in there. All right, congratulations, Captain Ultros, on the hit. Lucky sevens pay off. And Melvin, thank you for gifting Nagamanaga a sub. I appreciate it a lot. All right, let's go see. Can we beat the heart? We can probably beat the heart with how, like, if we get the rolling going well enough. You know, if we get the snowball, I think we're gonna be just fine. Because that fight we were getting like 40 block a turn from that card as long as we had attacks. The problem is we don't always have attacks. What is he doing? I was gonna mention that, but I figured you already knew. I just don't care. Okay, final shop, $1,000. Oh, we got a. When you draw a status or curse. Let's fill up on potion then, shall we? Bag of Prep's actually a good one. The thing is, Thornmail isn't worse than Thorn's power. It's just a card from Ironclad. You know? It's just the Flame Wave one, the Flame Barrier. That's why it's... Whereas the Thorns card is also just another card. Like, there wasn't The cards were just grabbed. They're not like... Anyway, what do we got in the tank? Okay. Okay, we might take a little bit of damage here, but that's okay. Minor damage.
Within my grasp. Unbreakable.
We're only taking 4 damage from that now? Alright. Dorian Shield, boots, get rid of an item, Dorian Shield, Void Stave. Alright. Yo! What? Did my hand get sneckoed? I mean, yeah, that's the card. Yes, I went ahead and blocked the -5 temp dex from the potion because it was either blocking the -5 or the -3. So I kept the 5 strength instead of the 5 dex instead of the 3 dex. That was specific. That was a specific choice to do so. So this turn is either taking a billion damage, a hit for 60, or what? Something just happened. Whatever. Oh, I just cleaned all my debuffs. Oh, that was... Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, now I'm not... I didn't notice because I didn't see the damage number. Yeah, we're not weak. We're not. Cool. Then I'll just... Hello, here's my unbreakable will. Cool. Increase the damage dealt by each of your diseases. Oh, we're ready. Anyway. None of you are free from sin. Alright, so here's the strength up turn. Now with some artifacting. Cool. I've not played Death Knight yet. It was one added. It has some leakage. We found out that Death Knight leaks and Jester leaks. Damn. Here we go. Blocked. Good. Alright. And here's another, this is heartbeat up, I believe? Heartbeat up and strength up. Ah, that's Mordekaiser. Maybe we get some art? Let's see. Nah, we ironclad. Okay, so what that tells me is that Jester and Dark Knight and Death Knight have to be the next couple classes we play because they're the ones that are leaking in. But we'll figure that out next. Final score of... Need like 20 more points. Wait. Enemies slain 19. 38. No, that would have been just 2 more points. Okay. Damn, that's not enough. Anyway. Alright, let's go take a look at the rest of the League of Legends character cards and see kind of what we're working with. Because I just, that wasn't... That was why I was looking at it, because 19 gets us there. Okay. Compendium. So here's Mordekaiser. Deathgrass, Obliterate. Indestructible. Indestructible Recast. AP Attack. Cosmic Drive. Darkness Rise. This is the little, I think this is your W. It's your little thing around you. Demonic Embrace. No Escape. This is just dash. Empower to Obliterate. And, like, go heavy on AP. Okay. What the hell am I reading? Yasuo's a relic has gained 5 flow when you draw a card. I don't know where that comes from. That's just Yasuo. How Yasuo works. Okay, Wind Wall. Gain 30 block, add a failed Wind Wall to your hand. Failed Wind Wall. Your Wind Wall faced the wrong direction. Add a Wind Wall to your hand. Yeah, okay. Blind knock up to an enemy. Gain 50 crit strike. Oh, okay, it's just critical. Okay, so these are literally like barely even a class. Right? Like these are cards generated by each other. There's like maybe like 6 unique cards in each of these. Buddy, you need help. Please. Hit any button. Oh, and then there's like, okay, so there's a critical strike. 1, here's Infinity Edge. Crits are 2x instead of 1.5. Wait a minute. Okay, okay. So yeah, we had access to the AP set, but the AP set only has 2 attacks in it total. Here's Tryndamere. This heals for 0, but all your Fury counts for 1 on it, I think. Tryndamere becomes immune to death. Look at how JPEG'd that is. God damn. Okay. They have this card here, which is just Reaper. But then they made the unexhaustible blade? Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, like, Bloodthirster. Okay. At the start of your turn, add a key to discharge your hand. Uh-huh. And then where is... There's attack damage. This joke is 12 years old. This joke can get a driver's permit in like 2 years. Phage. Did I miss Jinx? One damage 6 times. Okay. Again, there's like this, like, I'm seeing something here. Like, okay, here's a idea for what a character might do. But like Jinx is just all in on random enemies because she's chaos. Yeah, we just have like 1/5 of a design is the problem. And yeah, here's the generic card set. Yeah, okay. Mord had like a nifty idea, like with the indestructible bit, but most of Mord's cards are like, here's an attack that scales on AP, here's a dash, here's a power that's like, yeah, you know, like our main card not working was pretty bad. That sucked. Cosmic Drive is like an unplayable card in a lot of instances. I don't know. Like, we have AP gain, and then like this doesn't even scale out of AP. We only have 4 attacks here that scale off AP, and 2 of them you can't get copies of because they're in your starter. So you have to get a worse strike, a very bad strike. Look at this, 5/7. 10 AP is like adding 2 damage to a lot of cards. It's not a lot of cards though. It's starting deck card, rare that's a starting deck card, and a common that's worse than strike. So like, you can't, like, how are you're AP, and then you have like, and then in AP, you have gain AP, gain AP, gain AP, gain AP. Here's an attack, but it exhausts. Here's the only attack that's like actually real. Here's an attack that exhausts. And then, so like, you only have like 1 attack, 2 cards you can pick that don't exhaust, or 3 cards you can pick that don't exhaust, and like 1 of them's at rare. Rare card that's a starting deck card feels indicative, especially, like, it's your best card too. I wanted it. I specifically said if I could pick a rare, that if I could just pick this Obliterate, I would pick it every time. So, yeah, this one has like flashes. Again, like as somebody said, isn't this card just describing Yasuo, like right here? Or like Jinx having like, you know, small damage and like, oh, here's random hits. Just like, you know, and fish bones. Getting the swap. So anyway, that was League of Legends. We're not going to do the other 5. I don't feel like those are going to be unique enough to get their own playthroughs. So
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings. Or people.
just going to quick touch them one more time so you can see the passives, because those are also... This is a Gremlin Horn, you know?
Destiny, domination, deceit.
Mordekaiser's passive ended up working pretty nice, and it's actually a little, like, yeah, because you have to play it as a card, it's more balanced.
Anyone wants a piece of me? Line form's right here.
Using Haymaker consumes all your grit to gain block and deal damage equal to 50% of your grit. Why is that a relic? That should just be a text on Haymaker. Whatever.
This'll be a slaughter.
Trinmere generates Fury.
Join the glorious evolution.
Right-click to empower one of Victor's base cards. Okay, that's fitting with how Victor works. Victor, the way Victor plays is that Victor gets to purchase upgrades for Victor's 3 main abilities, either the laser, the orb, the laser, the line, or the laser, the orb, or what's the third? Just a shot? I don't remember. But you go to the shop and spend those, so that works.
Death is like the wind, always by my
I
side.
don't understand this. Gain 5 flow, that just matters for cards, I suppose. Anyway. So yeah, that's League of Legends. Next time we'll either check out the Jester or the Death Knight, because those were the leaking ones, so we can get those kind of off the list. And then as we go, this is the ones I've got sitting around. We've still got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 28, 32 minus 6, 33 minus... There's still 27 mods here, so... Some. Alright. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Hope you had a good time. If you want to catch more, you can always follow, doing a live, subscribe. Thank you. That was a demo in Malamed for the subs today. I appreciate it a lot. Definitely had a good time. Even with, I'm glad we got to investigate the League of Legends one. I feel like it's incomplete, but, certainly worth the checkout. Thanks to Mike for jumping on in. Always glad to have you anytime. Upcoming stream stuff, we're doing post-game Mega Man Battle Network 2 on Sunday. I think that'll be 1 or maybe 2 streams, we'll see. It'll probably be 1 stream of me playing and showing you stuff off, and then another stream pulling down a finished file to show off the stuff that's way too long to get. Because there's a lot of beat every Navi with an S rank sort of thing, or finding every chip, and that's something that we'll just kind of do off and pull a save for it. Anyway, that'll be it. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.